And in Psycho Talk tonight, well, the kids on Fox and Friends are doing everything they can to undermine the Occupy Wall Street movement. Today, they used an article from Rupert Murdoch's New York Post to smear the protesters.
We wanted to give you a flavor of some of the people who are down at this particular location, at least here on Wall Street. This guy right here, he's apparently a fugitive. He's wanted for burglary. Warrants are out for his arrest, but he says that he found out that hiding out at this protest would be a great place to not be found. So this is kind of the life, I guess, for people who are wanted on burglary charges. Just hide out at Occupy Wall Street.
Apparently there's plenty of drugs down there. A New York Post reporter was offered pot for $15 and heroin for $10.
Fox and Friends, no doubt, using a couple of examples to intentionally broad brush the entire movement across the country. I went down to Wall Street last week and spent several hours talking to the protesters. They want the government to work for everyone in America, not just the top 1%. They want jobs for the middle class and a better future for their kids. But the folks on Fox are doing everything they can to portray them in the worst possible light. Of course, a year ago, when the Tea Party was getting criticized for holding up racist signs, Fox and Friends went out of their way to defend the movement.
Speaking of the Tea Party, the movement has been under attack since it started. Liberal members of the media and politicians have come out calling it racist. A grad student at UCLA just completed a study on the Tea Party and the signs that are carried at the rallies, and she came up with a much different conclusion.
Only about 6% of the signs were controversial in nature. You can't generalize everybody that's there by a couple of signs.
I find it actually amazing that nobody else has done what you chose to do, so hats off to you.
So you can't generalize the Fox-approved Tea Party with just a few examples. But Gretchen Carlson has no problem doing so with the 99%ers. Fox and Friends, for them to use a couple of Murdoch-approved examples to smear an entire movement is slimy psycho talk.